Hello and welcome back to the channel.
In today's video, we're going to be talking about our top 25 favorite historic sites that we personally have been to.
These are all sites that in our view hold some significant historical importance and are perfect destinations for travelers that love a bit of history and culture.
For a lot of these places, we've made an in-depth travel guide, so we'll link those videos as we go along in case you'd like to learn more about a certain destination.
Welcome to World Wanderers.
We're Alicia and Will.
Come wander the world with us.
First up is the Angkor Complex in Cambodia. It's easily one of the most awe-inspiring archaeological sites in the world.
It's an entire city lost and buried in the jungle.
The most iconic structure within the complex is Angkor Wat, which is the largest religious monument in the world.
We were stunned by the intricate bas reliefs, towering spires, and serene beauty of the surrounding moats and forests.
The best part was visiting Angkor Wat at sunrise. The sun rises directly behind the complex, and it gives a rose gold glow over the temple and the surrounding area.
Normally, I'm not a get up at 4 a.m. kind of person on vacation, but thanks to the jet lag, we were up early anyway. But even if we weren't, it was definitely worth setting the alarm for.
And out beyond Angkor Wat, the complex includes several other temples, each with its own unique charm and historical significance.
Visiting Angkor, you definitely feel like you're stepping into another world.
Number 2 on our list is Easter Island, also known as Rapa Nui.
It's a super isolated island in the Pacific Ocean, renowned for its mysterious and awe inspiring moai statues. The colossal stone figures are scattered across the island, with the largest concentrations found at Ahu Tongariki and Rano Raraku.
Yeah, also Ranararaku is the quarry where the moai were carved, with lots of unfinished moai still partially embedded in the volcanic rock. You can get a real appreciation here for the skill and effort that went into making these statues, moving them and setting them up.
Another significant site that you have to visit on the island is the ceremonial village of Orango.
Yes, this ancient village is perched on the rim of a volcanic crater surrounded by the sea, hundreds of feet below. I love places where like hills and mountains blend together into the sea, and I might be a bit biased here, but it's probably one of the most beautiful locations that I've ever been to.
Number 3 on our list is the Incan cities of Cusco and Machu Picchu.
Cusco was the ancient capital of the Inca Empire and today is a vibrant city where colonial architecture and Incan ruins coexist.
Exploring Cusco, you see both the Inca and Spanish colonial history and blending of cultures, making it the perfect gateway to the wonders of Machu Picchu.
To get to Machu Picchu, you can either hike the famous Inca Trail or take the scenic train ride.
We opted for the train ride.
Arriving at Machu Picchu, you take a quick bus ride up the steep mountain, which is an adventure all in itself.
Yeah, we haven't heard of any accidents, but there are no guardrails, and I definitely saw my life flash before my eyes at every hairpin turn.
The site is famous for its well-preserved ruins, including terrace fields, temples, and palaces, all set against the mist-shrouded mountain peaks.
This was one of our very first trips together many years ago, and it really was one of those awe inspiring trips that take your breath away like multiple moments.
For number 4, we have Tikal.
Located deep within the rainforest of northern Guatemala, it is one of the most impressive and well preserved remnants of the ancient Maya civilization.
This site was once a thriving metropolis and a major cultural and political center with a history that dates back at least 2,000 years.
Today, you can explore its towering pyramids, expansive plazas, and intricate carvings, all surrounded by lush jungle teeming with wildlife.
I especially like the coatis there. They're a relative of raccoons, but are either even cuter and friendlier.
Yeah. Unlike many other Mayan ruins, you can climb to the top of Temple 4, the tallest structure in the pre Columbian Americas, which was super cool and
Yeah.
different.
From the platform up on top of the pyramid, you get a panoramic view of the surrounding forest canopy, and you can see the other temples like sticking up out of the forest.
We stopped and just sat there and stared for a while at this truly unique view. You feel like you've been transported into a movie or fantasy novel
Yeah, for
almost.
sure. Number 5 on our list is Chichen Itza, one of the new seven wonders of the world and a must-visit destination in Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula.
This ancient Maya city is best known for its iconic pyramid, El Castillo.
Yeah, the pyramid has 365 steps, one for each day of the year, casts a feathered serpent shadow at the equinoxes, and makes a unique chirping echo when you clap, demonstrating the Mayas' advanced understanding of both astronomy and architecture.
We also explored the Great Ball Court, the largest of its kind in Mesoamerica, and the sacred cenote, which is a natural sinkhole that they used to use for sacrifices.
For number 6, we have the pyramids at Giza, one of the most famous landmarks in the world and an absolute must see for any history lover.
These ancient wonders, including the Great Pyramid of Khufu, stand as a testament to the ingenuity and ambition of the ancient Egyptians.
The nearby Sphinx, with its enigmatic expression and its massive lion body, adds to the mystical atmosphere of the site.
As you explore Giza, you can marvel at the sheer scale and precision of these monumental structures, which have stood for over 4,500 years.
The camel ride through the complex is definitely the best way to view them. We really enjoyed it.
Yeah, so much so that we did it a second time at sunset a few days later.
While you're in Egypt, don't miss our number 7, which is a Nile River cruise.
This is a relaxing and affordable way to see multiple ancient Egyptian sites, which are littered along the Nile, while enjoying a small boat cruise.
We started at the southern end of Abu Simbel and worked our way north, visiting Karnak, the Valley of the Kings, Temple of Hatshepsut, Philae, and more.
The cruise ended in Luxor, and then we flew back to Cairo. The ruins on this journey show both the architectural and artistic talents of the ancient Egyptians, with some of the artwork so well preserved that it looks like it was painted 3 years ago instead of 3 millennia.
Yeah. For number 8, we jump over to Greece and the ancient city of Athens.
Athens is known as the cradle of Western civilization and is rich in historical sites that transport visitors back to the days of ancient Greece.
The Acropolis, crowned by the majestic Parthenon, is the most iconic landmark, offering breathtaking views of the city and a glimpse into the ancient religious and civic life.
Nearby, the ancient Agora was once the heart of Athenian public life, where philosophers like Socrates engaged in debate.
The Temple of Zeus, one of the largest temples ever built in Greece, and the Pantheon Stadium, the site of the first modern Olympic Games, add to the city's historical value.
From Greece, we stick to the Mediterranean and head over to Italy for number 9, the Coliseum.
It's one of the most iconic symbols of ancient Rome and a must-see for any traveler to Italy.
This massive amphitheater, built nearly 2,000 years ago, held up to 80,000 people. It hosted gladiatorial contests, wild animal hunts, and other public spectacles.
The Colosseum's well-preserved structure, with its intricate underground tunnels and chambers, offers a really fascinating glimpse into both Roman architecture and their entertainment.
As you walk through the ancient arches and climb its tiered seating, you can almost hear the roar of the crowds and feel the excitement of the events that once took place here in the beating heart of ancient Rome.
For number 10, we'll stay in Rome, but need to cross over the Palatine Hill to the Pantheon.
The Pantheon is a marvel of ancient engineering and one of the best preserved monuments from Roman times.
Originally built as a temple to all the gods, its most striking feature is its massive dome roof, with a central oculus that allows natural light to flood into the interior.
It is the largest unreinforced concrete dome in the world. You can actually drive a school bus through its hole, it's so large.
Yeah. This architectural wonder has stood for nearly 2,000 years, and its perfect proportion and grand columns combined with its impressive interior make it easily one of the most stunning and beautiful buildings that I've ever seen.
For number 11, we hop across the Tiber to the Vatican for a breathtaking blend of art, history, and spirituality.
As you approach St. Peter's Square, you're greeted with Bernini's grand colonnades, with towering statues of saints and the majestic facade of St. Peter's Basilica with its iconic dome.
Inside the basilica, the grandeur continues with Michelangelo's Pieta and the awe-inspiring beauty of the ornate interiors.
The Vatican museums, with their endless corridors filled with masterpieces, culminate in the Sistine Chapel, where Michelangelo's vivid frescoes cover every inch of the ceiling, depicting scenes of unparalleled beauty and detail.
I'm not Catholic or even a religious person in general, but I think that anyone would appreciate the history and Renaissance artistry on display here.
Yeah, for sure. The first time I visited St. Peter's was on a stop with the Navy, and it's one of the few times where it was like actually emotionally overwhelming looking at the beauty walking into the Basilica. For number 12, we head down the Italian peninsula to Pompeii and Vesuvius.
Pompeii is the ancient Roman city frozen in time by the catastrophic eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD. It offers an extraordinary glimpse into daily life nearly 2,000 years ago.
Yes, as you walk through the well-preserved streets, you'll see the remnants of homes, shops, public buildings, complete with vivid frescoes, mosaics, and graffiti that have remarkably survived the centuries.
The plaster casts of the city's inhabitants, caught in their final moments, add a poignant human element to this archaeological wonder.
Visiting Pompeii is like stepping back in time, providing a powerful and immersive experience in the daily life of the Roman Empire.
Afterwards, definitely climb to the top of Mount Vesuvius to get an amazing view of the Bay of Naples, including the ruins of Pompeii between the mountain and the sea.
But wear good footwear so you don't have to be pushed up Mount
Okay, I
Vesuvius.
mean, we went there and I was wearing sandals, but we were going to stop back at the hotel first to get my hiking shoes. So my bad. But yes, don't wear sandals because it's a gravel path that's very steep.
Yeah. Number 13 is our final site in Italy, the Florence Cathedral, or the Duomo di Firenze.
Officially called Santa Maria del Fiore, it is an architectural masterpiece and the crown jewel of Florence.
Its stunning red tile dome, engineered by Filippo Brunelleschi, dominates the city's skyline and its iconic symbol of the Renaissance.
The cathedral's intricate facade, adorned with green, pink, and white marble, is a marvel of a Gothic design.
And the inside is equally impressive, with its beautiful stained glass windows and Giorgio Vasari's frescoes of the Last Judgment covering the dome's interior.
Climbing to the top of the dome offers breathtaking panoramic views of Florence, a city full of wonderful historical sites.
Mhm. Number 14 on our list is an island nation in the middle of the Mediterranean that blends together Italian and British culture, Malta.
The capital city, Valletta, is filled with Baroque architecture, stunning churches like St. John's Co-Cathedral and the impressive Grand Master's Palace.
As well as its truly impressive city walls and fortifications. Another place in Malta is the ancient walled city of Medina, known as the Silent City, which offers narrow streets and medieval charm, while the island's prehistoric temples are some of the oldest in the world.
World War II history enthusiasts will also find a lot of history here, and we found the museum at the fort to be a very moving tribute to the bravery displayed by the Allied Army and Maltese people.
Malta as a whole is definitely one of our favorite places. We enjoyed the food, the culture, the history, the people, the natural beauty, just everything about it.
Right, definitely a great trip. For number 15, we head north to England in the Tower of London.
Founded by William the Conqueror in 1066, this formidable fortress has served as a royal palace, prison, armory, and even zoo.
Today, visitors can explore its ancient walls, discover the medieval architecture, and visit the infamous Traitor's Gate.
The highlight for many, though, is the chance to see the crown jewels, a dazzling collection of ceremonial treasures still used by the British monarchy.
The tower's history is brought to life by the yeoman warders, or beefeaters, who share fascinating tales of intrigue, executions, and royal secrets.
Number 16 on our list is Stonehenge, one of the world's most enigmatic and iconic prehistoric sites. It is a must-visit destination when you're exploring England.
Located on Salisbury Plain, this ancient stone circle, dating back over 4,500 years, continues to captivate visitors with its mysterious origins and purpose.
The massive standing stones, some weighing up to 25 tons, are arranged in a way that aligns with the solstices, hinting at the site's significance in ancient rituals and astronomy.
As you walk around the monument, you can feel the weight of history and imagine the ancient people who once gathered there.
Number 17 is our final stop in England, and that's Dover.
Dover Castle, perched high on the iconic White Cliffs of Dover, is a magnificent fortress that has stood guard over England's southeastern coast for over 900 years.
Known as the Key to England due to its strategic importance, the castle offers visitors a rich tapestry of history, from its Norman origins to its crucial role during World War II.
Exploring the castle, you can wander through medieval towers, visit the impressive Great Tower, and delve into the wartime tunnels where secret operations were conducted.
And the sweeping views from the castle's ramparts extend over the dramatic White Cliffs and across the English Channel, giving you a breathtaking backdrop to the historic site.
For number 18, we leave England and head to Istanbul for Hagia Sophia.
Yeah, Hagia Sophia is a breathtaking architectural marvel and one of the world's most historically significant buildings.
Originally built as a cathedral in 537 AD during the Byzantine Empire, it was the world's largest cathedral for nearly 1,000 years.
It was later converted into a mosque during the Ottoman Empire and now functions as a museum.
Entering, we were immediately struck by its immense dome, which seems to float above the vast interior, which is adorned with stunning mosaics, calligraphy, and towering columns.
The blend of Christian and Islamic art and architecture inside offers a unique glimpse into the cultural transformations that have shaped Istanbul as a whole.
If you love history, art, and architecture, then Hagia Sophia is a must.
For number 20, we walk across the historic Sultanahmet Square to the Blue Mosque.
The Blue Mosque is one of Istanbul's most iconic landmarks and another must see for any visitor to the city.
Completed in 1616, this stunning example of Ottoman architecture is named for its exquisite blue Ishnik tiles that adorn its interior walls.
The mosaic's exterior is equally impressive, with its grand cascading domes, six soaring minarets, and spacious courtyard, all creating a majestic silhouette against the skyline.
Inside, the vast prayer hall has over 200 stained glass windows.
Visitors can admire the intricate tile work, the massive central dome, and the delicate Arabic calligraphy that decorates the walls.
We got a rare treat of seeing this area with a blanket of snow that really gave it a unique feel.
Number 21 is our final site in Istanbul, Topkapi Palace.
Topkapi Palace is a sprawling complex that once served as the opulent residence of the Ottoman sultans for nearly 400 years.
Overlooking the Bosphorus, the Grand Palace offers a fascinating journey through the lavish lifestyle and intricate workings of the Ottoman Empire.
As you explore its courtyards, ornate pavilions, and lush gardens, you'll discover treasures like the dazzling imperial harem and the imperial treasury.
The palace offers stunning views of the city and the sea, making it not only a historical treasure, but also a picturesque retreat.
For our last four, we're going to our home country, the United States.
The sites in the US are newer than most on this list, but still have some significant historical value, at least to us and many of our American friends.
We'll start with number 22, the historic Triangle in Virginia.
Williamsburg, Yorktown, and Jamestown form the historic triangle, offering a rich and immersive journey into early American history.
The meticulously restored colonial Williamsburg brings the 18th century to life with costume interpreters, historic buildings, and interactive exhibits that showcase daily life during the American Revolution.
Jamestown, the first permanent English settlement in America, invites visitors to explore the original fort site and visit the recreated Powhatan village.
Yorktown, the site of the final major battle in the American Revolution, features the Yorktown battlefield where General Cornwallis surrendered to George Washington in 1781, effectively ending the war.
The American Revolution Museum at Yorktown further enriches the experience with exhibits and reenactments that tell the story of the nation's fight for independence.
For number 23, we head up to Boston.
Boston and Plymouth, Massachusetts are two of the most historically significant sites in the United States.
In Boston, the Freedom Trail is a must-see. It guides visitors through 16 historic sites that tell the story of the Revolution.
Key stops include the Old State House, where the Boston Massacre took place, and Paul Revere's house, which is where he began his famous midnight ride.
Boston Common, which is the oldest public park in the country, and Faneuil Hall, known as the Cradle of Liberty, are also highlights.
Just an hour away, Plymouth is where the Pilgrims landed in 1620, making it a cornerstone of American heritage.
Here you can visit the Plymouth Rock, which is the symbolic landing site, and the recreated Plymouth Pawtuxet Museums, which offer a glimpse into the lives of both the Pilgrims and the native Wampanoag people.
For number 24, we're heading down to New York.
The Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island are iconic symbols of America's immigrant heritage and a must-visit for anyone exploring New York City.
The Statue of Liberty, a gift from France, stands on Liberty Island, welcoming visitors with its towering presence and torch held high.
She represents freedom and democracy and offers stunning views of New York Harbor and the Manhattan skyline from her pedestal and a crown.
Definitely worth a trip to the top if you're able to walk up. Just a short ferry ride away, Ellis Island serves as a poignant reminder of America's immigrant history.
The Ellis Island National Museum of Immigration provides an in-depth look at the experiences of the millions of immigrants who passed through its doors from 1892 to 1954.
And finally, number 25. For this, we need to go to the U.S. Capitol, Washington, D.C.
D.C. is brimming with historic sites that offer a deep connection to the nation's history and its founding principles.
The National Mall, which my 7th grade self was extremely disappointed to find out was not like the Mall of America, is home to some of the most iconic landmarks in the country, including the Lincoln Memorial and the Washington Monument.
The U.S. Capitol, with its impressive dome, serves as the seat of Congress and is central to the nation's legislative process.
You can also explore the Smithsonian Institution's museums, such as the Museum of Natural History and the National Air and Space Museum, which are free to the public and amazing.
Some of my personal favorites for D.C.
Right.
And finally, there's the White House, the residence and office of the president. stands as a symbol of the executive branch and the leaders that call it home.
We hope you enjoyed this video and got some inspiration out of it for historically significant places that you'd like to visit.
Please leave us a comment with your thoughts and suggestions for where else we need to go.
And don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Safe travels.